Hi, my name is Conrad and I'm a born-again Christian since 2014. I have a German YouTube channel with about 700 videos where I talk about my faith in Jesus. Just the other day, a good sister of mine said, Conrad, why don't you start an English video channel? And I thought about it. I came to the conclusion that it might be a very good idea, because German is not a well-known language. It's a language very hard to learn, and English, everybody speaks English, or should speak English all around the world, and maybe more people can hear and use the words for their way with Jesus Christ, walk with Jesus Christ. And I want to start by giving my testimony how I became a born-again Christian. I was raised as a Catholic, but my family was lukewarm Catholics. But I was raised with the belief that the Catholic way is the only way, the real way. My first Jesus Christ movie started it all. Yeah, I was about 8 years old, and it was around Easter. My family was, I don't know, in the kitchen, and I watched this. I don't know the actor. It might be the English one with the blue eyes, I think. And the scene where they put the nails at the end, it's a crucifixion, where they put the nails through Jesus' hands and feet, was a part that I really cried. I cried like a baby, and I felt something. That was already the time that I felt something, deep love for Jesus Christ. But back then I didn't realize why he let himself get killed. I thought as a kid, but he's the Son of God. He could beat them all with his superpowers, but I didn't get the whole gospel, why he had to do what he did. And so my life went on, and I was more or less a sinner. Started to drink when I was 17, worked as a builder, and had my first beer was 17, at the age of 17. It's a bit late, maybe most people start way earlier. But through all my life, I was somebody that was all out of any luck. Everything I did in my life, it failed. I don't know if it's a family curse or a generational curse, but everything I did, relationships, jobs, family stuff, friend stuff, always people that stabbed me in the back. And I always believed in God. There was never a time where I said there is no God. I always knew God exists and Jesus exists. But the relationship was a love-hate relationship, because everything went downhill for me. My whole life, Satan started to tell me in one ear, God loves everybody, but not you. And I believed that. So everything that went wrong, it was God's fault for me. In my thinking, it was God's fault. But sometimes I prayed But then everything went downhill again. And again, it was God's fault because he didn't love me. And like Doug, FOTM1 on YouTube always says, it's a father filter. And same thing with me, because my earthly father was a very tough man, hard man, violent man. And as a child, he beat us, my mother, me, my siblings. And like the relationship with my earthly father, because I also had a love-hate relationship with my earthly father, so I projected that on God. And I didn't get the whole spiritual stuff back then. So we have to forward my life a lot of years. I was 44 years old and I met my wife, Ela. She was very sick, mentally ill, due to a relationship with a very violent man that beat her and molested her and tortured her. And she had 2 kids with him. And when I met her, she brought those 2 girls with in our relationship. And yeah, we became a family, and it worked out before my wife got more sicker and sicker, and those 2 children she had got older and puberty started, and they had a tough life, also a tough life. And one of her girls got borderline, and she started to cut herself. My wife couldn't take care of her because of her own problems, illnesses. So I tried to work out the stuff with her daughters. I tried to take care of them, but it was too late. One of the daughters started to fall into prostitution, and she left all her stuff at my wife's house. All her clothes, all her stuff, Game Boys, school stuff, and also a school Bible. She left a school Bible. And the school Bible was on the table. And one Sunday, I remember one Sunday, I was very depressed. Ela was very depressed too. She fell into a black hole. That's when it started, that she was getting worse and worse, and she later had to go to a mental hospital for treatment. And I was alone over 5 months. But before that, it was a very rainy Sunday, like today, very rainy outside. And I sat there, was thinking about all the stuff that was happening. I was very sad because I liked the daughters of Ela, almost like it were my own daughters. And while I was thinking, I saw the Bible. The school Bible was lying on the table, and I suddenly took the Bible and I just opened it, and it was, I always believed it was the Gospel of Luke, but it wasn't. It seems like it was the Gospel of John, and it was John from 60. And I want to read it with you. Many therefore of his disciples, when they had heard this, said, "This is an hard saying, who can hear it?" When Jesus knew in himself that his disciples murmured at it, he said unto them, "Doth this offend you? What? And ye shall see the Son of Man is sent up where he was before. It is the Spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit, and they are life. But there are some of you that believe not, for Jesus knew from the beginning who they were that believed not, and who should betray him. And he said, Therefore said I unto you, that no man can come unto me except it were given unto him of my Father. From that time many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him. Then said Jesus unto the 12, Will ye also go away? Then Simon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom